Dear children, today we shall be talking about electoral politics. The electoral politics is fourth number chapter from civics. So in last two chapters we have learned that democratic system is not possible, or the direct democracy is not possible in a big country like India. So when it is not possible in a big country like India, that is the reasons we need to have the election process. It is through the election process we are choosing the representatives who are going to be the leader of the society. It is through the process of elections, dear children, we are choosing the right candidates, and those right candidates are going to be the representatives of the society. So the most common form of democracy in our times for the peoples to govern through their representatives. That means only through the help of the representatives we are going to rule the society. We are going to rule the society. We are going to run the society. Why? Because the reason is India is a very big nation, and in a very big nation the direct democracy is not possible. The direct democracy is possible in those areas, in those nations which is very lower in populations. So in a big country like India, we need to have the process of elections. Elections is a process in which we are choosing the representatives. So dear children, here today we shall be talking about what is elections and why elections is very important. I have already told you that elections is a process of choosing the representatives. It is the representatives who are elected through the process of elections. So before we go into the chapter, we shall be learning about the scenario of Haryana. Haryana is a state which is in North India, and in Haryana right from 1982 we see the Congress government who are leading the society, who are ruling the society, and in Haryana there is a Congress party who is ruling since 1982, and the opposition's leader is Chaudhry Devilal. So the Chaudhry Devilal is the opposition's leader who is leading a movement called Nyaya Youth, and in English it is Struggle for Justice. So here the Devilal, he is having the alliance with other political parties, and he is the opposition's leader. He is promising the peoples that if his party is going to come into power, then during that time he will waive the loans of the peoples. And after that we see that in the year 1987, Devilal party, one who is leading the Haryana society, they are coming into power in the year 1987. So here the Lokdal party, they are winning 76 out of 96, and when this Lokdal party is winning over the elections, during that time the existing chief minister is resigning from his positions, and during that time Devilal, one who was the opposition's leader, is coming into power, and after coming into power he is leading the government here. And as soon as he became the chief minister of Haryana, he is waiving the loans of the farmer, he is waiving the loans of the small businessmen, and this is how his activities are very appreciated in Haryana government. So dear children, here we understood the process of elections. It is through the process of elections the Haryana state government was formed here. Right now we shall be talking about why the elections is very important here and why we need to have the elections here. The main intentions of having elections is to make many choices here. And what are the choices here during the time of elections? Dear children, we know very well that the voters, they used to make a right choices here. They used to choose a right candidate so that those candidates will become their representatives. And after that, they used to choose the candidates that who will make law for them. They are going to choose the right representatives that who are going to be the representatives of the nations here. Then after that, they used to choose here that who will form the government, who will form the government, who will form the government, and who will take the major decisions in the government. So that is the reasons the elections is very important here. Here the political parties are chosen by peoples. During the time of election campaign, we already know different kind of propaganda, different kind of manifestos which are made by the political parties. And during that time, the political parties, what they used to do? They used to have a political manifesto, and during the time of political manifesto, they talk about their agenda. They talk about their pre-planning, what they are going to do during the after the winning of the elections. Already I have told you about the scenario of Haryana. In Haryana, we see that Devilal, the Chaudhary Devilal, before the elections, he was promising people, he was telling about his political manifesto that if he is coming into power, during that time, he will waive the loan of the peoples. He will forgive the loans of the peoples. His government is going to forgive the loans of the peoples. So already we have understood, dear children, that elections is very important. Why it's very important? Because only through the process of elections we are able to choose the right candidates, and those candidates are going to make law for the nations, going to rule the society, going to take major decisions of the society. That is why the elections is very essential. Right now, my dear children, what makes elections very democratic? We shall be learning now. So here we shall be learning that what election is making democratic. So dear children, you must be knowing very well that what is called democracy. Democracy is a system of government in which the peoples are electing and selecting the ruler. So here, what is making elections very democratic? First, in election procedures, people should have a right choice. People should have a right choice. people should have a right choice. So it means that one vote, it means that one vote, one value, one person. One person's one vote, one value. So this is the one vote. Everybody should have one vote. That means votes should have equal value here. Votes should have equal value. Second, there should be something to choose from the parties. There should be something to choose the party. Second, something to choose from the party. Choose from parties. So here we understand that there should be a real choice. There should be a real choice. Real choice before the people. Then only the elections will make democratic here. First, I have told you that people should have a right choice. Second, there should be real choice before the people's here. Dear children, we know very well that in a country like China, there is only one political party system. There is only one political party system. So during the time of elections, there is no meaningful choice which are given to the peoples. So the peoples who are going to cast vote in the elections, only they have one political parties. So the power is not shifting between the different political parties here, since there is one political parties. But in democratic society, what we need to have, we need to provide real choice for the peoples here. We need to adopt the multi-party systems here. Without multi-party system, the elections is not going to be democratic here. The elections is going to be democratic when we are providing meaningful choice before the peoples. If we are not providing meaningful choice before the peoples, then the elections is not going to be democratic here. And the third is, the choice should be offered at regular interval. The choice should be given in regular intervals. So in India, since it is a democratic society, in India we have a democratic types of government. That is why we are providing meaningful choice to the peoples here. We have the multi-party system. So different political parties, they used to provide the political agenda, political manifestos before the peoples. So here it means that we need to provide a regular intervals. In India, in each 5 years, there is a regular elections. So the power is having transitions between different political parties here. The power is having transitions between different political parties. Why? Because we are providing meaningful choice at a regular intervals. And here, the fourth point is, people should offer or preferred by the by the people. The candidates should be preferred by the people here. People should offer a right candidate. Right candidate. And the candidate preferred by the people should be elected. And the candidate preferred by the people should be elected. Should be elected. And the fourth is, and the fifth is, elections should be free and fair election. Free and fair elections. Dear children, during the time of election campaign, we see different kind of political manifesto. The political leaders, they use money power, muscle power, then religious view, then they use casteism, they use politics in caste. So all these are the agenda which the political parties are using during the time of elections. So if we want to really make elections a very democratic, then we need to have a free and fair election. Elections should be free and fair. Already I told you that during the time of elections, muscle powers are shown by the political peoples. They used to show Gundaism. They used to show the power of money. They used to threaten the peoples that if they are not going to be selected and elected, then they are going to harm the peoples. They are not going to give facilities to the people. So such kind of agendas which are made during the time of elections. So if we have all these concepts, then the elections is going to be democratic. So what is making the elections very democratic? Let me tell you one by one. People should have a right choice. People should have one vote, one value, and one person's one vote, one value. And next, people should have a equal value. There should be something to choose from the political parties. There should be real choice before the peoples. The choice should be give at regular interval, and people should choose a right candidates, and the right candidates which are chosen by people should be get elected. At last, elections should be free and fair elections. It means that there should not be muscle power, there should not be money power, there should not be any kind of threatening activities. So elections should be free and fair.